run number 2. So the course sees you staying within the prom. Please stick to the left as much as possible, but particularly going through the bollards and particularly at the turning points, okay? We like to say that it is once, twice, 3 times a prom, okay? So you're heading out, you need to turn at the prom far end 3 times, twice at the hotel, and then straight back to us for the finish. Enjoy this beautiful Saturday morning that we have. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Ma and Pa Run. Today we've come to West Bay Dunoon, the newest parkrun in Scotland, for event number 2. The sun is shining and it looks like we've got a fast and flat course ahead of us, so let's see what it has to offer. I'm clearly full of beans this morning as I appear to be absolutely motoring along at 3:30 per kilometre, starting to come down to a more reasonable level, thank goodness. Either I've got somebody else's legs on this morning or the GPS has gone a little bit wild. Either way, let's just hope this enthusiastic start doesn't come back to bite me later on. Let's have a quick look at the course. You heard the run director: once, twice, 3 times a prom. The course is super simple. We are running out and back along the prom, so no complex twists or turns to worry about. It's nice and flat, the views are fantastic, there's no wind and the sun is shining. We have perfect running conditions, folks. In terms of elevation, this is about as flat as you'll get it. I actually think this is a bit of a mistake. Super flat, nothing to worry about. Alright, so let's take a look at the West Bay Dunoon Parkrun scorecard. First up, we have parking, meals and coffee. There is loads of parking in the surrounding areas, so absolutely no issues whatsoever when it comes to finding somewhere to leave your car. There are also toilets at the ferry terminal about 200 metres from the start, so everything is really nice and convenient. Then when it comes to post-run coffee and a sweet treat, of course, we're absolutely spoiled for choice. We headed to the boathouse and the red velvet cake was absolutely delicious. 5 out of 5 for Dunoon. There goes First Woman just on the right there. Anyway, so we're approaching the first of 3 times that we're going to go around this cone. It is a 180-degree turn. I might have lost a bit of time there, the pace drops a little bit, but I'm going to hold on to this group and hope that they pull me through to kilometre number 1. Also, the building on the left there is also a toilet block, so loads of options if you need the loo, even mid-run. Anyway, there's kilometre 1, let's see the damage. Oh, a 4:09. Wow, I've set off quick. I don't know if it is the views or the competition or what. I'm surrounded by guys and I'm getting pulled along, especially Blue Top here. We've been running side by side for the past kilometre. Let's see if we can keep up with him now for the remainder. Next up on the scorecard we have accessibility. Now Dunoon is actually on the mainland, but depending on where you're travelling from, getting here can be a little bit of a journey. So if you don't fancy the drive all the way around the top, you can hop on a passenger ferry from Guruk. The ferry leaves at 8:45 and gets you to Dunoon at 9:10, leaving plenty of time for a warm-up. And the best bit, the start line is only about 200 metres from the ferry terminal. Also, the volunteers have a little bag drop area which is covered by a tarp during the run, which is a perfect place to leave a nice warm jumper for post-run coffee. So despite the ferry, this gets a 4 out of 5 from me. So we've skipped ahead a little bit now, just over a mile in. One thing to be cautious of, it is a little bit narrow here as we approach the turning point. Here we are, down we go. I've got a turning circle of a massive truck, but anyway, yeah, so it's just really important to keep left here and just respect all the other users of the path and our fellow parkrunners as well as they sort of come past now. Just checking in with how I'm feeling at the moment. Oh, I am working hard. The heart rate's quite high. The pace has slowed a little bit from that rapid start in the beginning, but I'm clinging on to Blue Top here. He's going to pull me to a good time and I know it. So that's us just through kilometre 2, and let's have a look at what it was. It was a 4:16, much more respectable, much more manageable, but man, this course is fast. Let's have a little look at the tourism value. There's loads to do here, so this one definitely could turn into a day trip. There's mini golf on the shore right beside the course and the cafe, and I love mini golf, so that was a huge selling point for me. There's also Dunoon Castle, the museum, the Victorian Pier, and incredible views to be had from the flagpole. So also, if you do fancy a bit of shopping or grabbing some lunch, it's only a short walk to the main streets of Dunoon. The perfect opportunity for a wee mooch about the shops. And for all you Parkrun Challenge chasers out there, God, that was a bit of a tongue twister. Anyway, there's an added bonus. You can bag the West for the Compass Challenge here. That was a nice unexpected surprise for me this morning, so overall 5 out of 5. This is definitely day trip worthy. We're just coming back up to my nemesis, a 180 turn, and I love these actually because you can see how far behind the people are behind you. So we didn't see Blue Top. That must mean he is right on my tail. In fact, the eagle eye among you may have spotted his shadow on the ground right as we were turning. So come on, Marianne, dig deep, halfway to go, let's go. The views here are honestly incredible. Look at that, wow. We'll come back to that after the 3rd kilometre split, which is a 4:27. Again, we're slowing down. This is a masterclass in a positive split, but I was worried that fast start would come back to bite me in the end, and it looks like it's trying its very best. Come on, 2k to go. Let's dig in deep. I'll be honest, at this point, there's nobody around. I was contemplating one of those jazzy turns, but instead I went for your typical 180 round the cone. But if I pluck up the nerve, I'm going to give it a go. Now back to the views. I don't have much to say on this one. The course speaks for itself. You've got stunning views right across the bay, and you're never away from the water throughout this run. One thing I do love about the route as well is that at those turnaround points you get to see the park runners and your fellow park runners, everybody around you. It gives the run such a nice community spirit. However, I will say I found this final out and back section really mentally tough. Just need to remember there's only a mile left to go at this point. Come on, Marianne. Anyway, this is definitely a 5 out of 5. That scorecard is looking pretty good so far, so let's go on to the final one, PB potential. Just before we move on to PB potential, let's have a look at kilometre 4 as we are fast approaching it. One thing to know, I've lost my people around me. I've lost that pack I was running with, which is a real shame. But anyway, this kilometre was 4:35. Again, I've slowed down again, and it's actually a 30 seconds slowing down from the first time. Last time around this cone, and here we go. Oh, that is the Japanese turn. I think that was way better. I should have done that for the 5 turns beforehand. Oh, you live and learn. I think if I was to do it again, I would give that a go. I think it's so much better. Alright, we've got 800 metres to go, and let's have a look at PB potential. I think the PB potential for this one is extremely high, especially if you're a road runner. We've got minimal elevation, super simple course, you can't go wrong. The only thing that could slow you down is those turns, but if you can perfect your technique and power out of the corner, they shouldn't slow you down too much. I'm just moaning about it, I'm making excuses. But anyway, this one gets a really high score from me. I've given it a 4 just because of that risk of headwind. Ultimately, you are going to be doing 2.5k potentially into a headwind, depending on which way it's coming. So that is it, 4 out of 5. Another thing to note, this one is a road shoe. There's no danger of this one being a trail shoe at all. You're on tarmac the whole time. So yeah, a road shoe. So overall, that gives West Bay Dunoon a fantastic score of 23 points. Wow. Do you think your local could beat that? Do you have a good park run? Drop them in the comments. I would love to add some more recommendations to the list. Alright, back to the run now, and you might have noticed this guy on my right hand side, this Greenock Harrier. We've been seesawing backwards and forwards since the start of the 4th kilometre, and he's actually pushing me quite hard, meaning that I'm speeding up, so thank you very much, sir. I don't know if he knows I'm holding on to him. I think he does. I think we've just had a little sideways glance at each other. Anyway, I've decided my mission is now to beat him. Sorry, Greenock. A quick apology as well for the water on the camera. It started to spit a little bit and I was so tired I couldn't wipe it off. So really sorry, and I hope you can still see what we're doing. This is the really narrow part. We're quite congested here. We're coming up to that turning point, and instead of turning around, we are just going to blaze straight through. And my sprinting ability is terrible, so I've decided to push early and try and break him before we get to the last 100 metres. Is it going to work? I'm running as hard as I can now. Heart rate's at the highest it's been for the majority of this park run. Come on, Marianne, don't let Greenock beat you. There's the turning point. I'm so happy to see it. That means we've only got 200 metres to go. I'm putting my foot down. Can we get into the 3s? Where's Greenock? I don't know. Come on, push! I can see the funnel and all I'm thinking is don't get beaten now. I can't hear him. I really want to turn around and see where he is, but that would show weakness. There's the funnel. Come on. We're in the 3s. Yes, fantastic. Oh. That is why I love Parkrun. That friendly competition just allows you to get the most out of yourself. Thank you very much, Greenock. Here's another shot of that finishing funnel with Phil just coming across the line here in a fantastic time of 27 minutes. Well done, Phil. Thank you very much to West Bay Dunoon for having us. That was a fantastic course. Here we are, stats on screen. That was fantastic. I really enjoyed that one a lot. Where should we go next? Drop it in the comments. See you next time.